So this week I was just walking around my house and I passed by my TV and my entire family was just watching something on the couch and I just stopped by to watch. I got interested and I watched a little bit of what they were, and it was only like 20 minutes, but what they were watching was so insane that I had to make an entire video about it. And I don't really know how copyright works for movies on YouTube, so I just put some Call of Duty in the background so that it's not the movie on screen the whole time. So the movie immediately starts by just setting up the entire plot. The main character's wife is kidnapped. Right after that, it just dumps an insane amount of exposition on you. So from this part, we learn that he was a racing driver who got into a car wreck. The car that he just stole, because the main bad guy told him to, which we'll get into in a second. The car is like special, he said, and we learned that it's armored, which is vital for later as well. And also there's cameras covering the entire outside and inside of the car. This main bad guy is a hilarious character because he's actually just a Bogdanov twin. The entire movie, he just remotely gives directions to people that, first of all, largely don't make sense. But he also pushes the entire plot of the movie. So in this part, what we learn about the main character is— oh my god! Is it really the time for a toothpick, man? The main point of the bad guy is to give the main character tasks. And there's 3 of them throughout the movie. The first one is he's told to just go into this park and ram into everything he can. This doesn't contribute to a subplot that later comes up or any part of the main plot. He just rams into everything for no purpose. And you might think this might cause some harm to the car, seeing as the amount of sparks that come up and just hitting things might dent it. But you'll see that nothing is going to hurt this car throughout the entire movie. And now, yay, we get to introduce our favorite character of the entire movie, like 14-year-old Selena. How? Her character is to basically complain the entire time that the main character sucks and that she hates him, and this is her car and she's upset that he stole it. The reason that the car is armored is this car was stolen 2 days ago and it was her car, and now she's all upset that he put all the armor and like cameras in it, but it actually wasn't him, it was Bogdanov brother. Okay, so another thing that keeps happening in this movie is the insane physics that the cars show. Every car but the main car is a rag doll. Look at this scene where one car crashes into a truck and the next one is just Mario jumping on the back of it without hitting anything else. Now, when you think of a car crash, you think they might just like ram into each other and they're all gonna crumple up a little bit. But every single time a car hits anything in this movie, it flips and like leaps into the air. So on this second trial, we actually got to learn a lot about the main character. Okay, so I skipped the second trial because it was super boring, but for the third trial, they're supposed to go to this power plant so they can turn off the power to the whole city. Of course, Selena Gomez is the greatest tech wizard of all time and can somehow call the police from a computer that's supposed to power the city, but that's besides the point. The Bogdanov brother shows he has cameras in the plant and it ends up blowing it up himself. So why did the main characters ever need to go—
Have you ever seen—
Okay, so in this scene, a group of the bad guys show up to try and take a package from a bank, and they're using an explosive to take down the drivers of the truck. They place the explosive on the window, and it blatantly kills or severely injures the people in the truck. Now, this truck is presumably armored since they said it was, and I just want to keep that as a precedent for the car that the main character is always driving. Because surely there's no way that this bank truck has less armor than this car that the other guy is driving.
How am I gonna drive out?
You can't get the drive out. It's a fully armored case. What? The police are honestly the most baffling part about this entire movie. I have a clip here that just shows the insane stupidity that they have in this movie. So they finally surround him, and you might be thinking they finally get him, but then he threatens the girl. It's fake only, but it still works. He tells him to back off. You might be thinking to shoot his hands, he flails it out the window. But they don't. They do nothing, and then they just let him leave free of charge. Okay, but maybe they said spikes, or maybe they'll get a clear shot on him, or oh, they're just gonna let him fully go. Oh, yeah, he's gone. Alright, cool.
Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale.
Can you get the fuck? After they defeat all of the bad guy henchmen, the Bogdanov brother then sends one henchman. He's gotta be the greatest of all time. He's gonna be impossible to defeat. Oh. I didn't even show you the full clip, and that was 20 explosions. We're just at a train yard. What is happening? Why is there so many? This place is packed full of dynamite. For some reason, Selena Gomez's character is insane at technology. For zero reason, none of it should even work. Earlier, she put out an iPad to lock the cameras in the car, and now she can change one from locked to live? What does that even mean? From not even the software, but just touching the camera? Like, what? It's nearing the end of the movie, and they set up a meeting with the bad guys so that they could exchange their goods to get the wife back, and so the bad guys can have the money. The plot doesn't matter, but you just need to know that eventually it gets too heated, and the bad guys decide to shoot the main character. I just want you to look at this clip and tell me that he's not getting shot. Look at this screenshot. Dude, it is literally hitting him, and I promise you, it is not explained throughout the entire movie. I promise you it is not explained. In a lot of movies, they'll act like they had this random bulletproof vest on the entire time, but this movie doesn't even do that. They just do not explain it at all. It's like they forgot. The main character's leaving the crime scene and he's just running into stuff, and this guy's still doing his job and patting this guy down. Doesn't even look away for a second. Okay, now it's time to cash in on all that time we spent hyping up the armor for this car. They introduced this grenade launcher, and we can already see what it's done to another car. But now it's time to see what it does to the armored car. Surely, it's at least similar to what the other explosive did to the armored truck for the bank. It's got to do something, right? No, he's completely unhurt. The car is still going. Doesn't even matter. And plot armor can be a little boring sometimes, and it is in a lot of movies, and you can't knock every movie for that. But this is like a whole plot arsenal they're using to keep these people uninjured. Here, the main character really grows. Now, there was one redeeming factor to this entire movie. There's a car chase at the end, and it had a really cool camera angle. It really represented sort of what a real car chase seems like, and it sounded like Quentin Tarantino suddenly jumped to be the director of this film. It was uninterrupted and just kind of a cool shot. In the end, it's kind of a win-win. The bad guys got their money and the main character got his wife. It's not the cliche random win for the good guys where everything just goes perfect, and it was kind of nice to see something different. But at the end of the movie, I still don't even know either of the main characters' names. There's no emotional attachment to them from the story, and I don't care about what happened. Selena Gomez in this movie didn't even have a name. Whenever I looked up her name, it just said The Kid. Overall, it wasn't great, but you should watch it. I watched it on Hulu. You should watch it too. See ya.